going on YouTube? It's your boy Dez back here with another video. I hope y'all had a good October and we're finally in November. Set your clocks back. This month, I would like to be discussing more on the PT side of things. So I thought we would start off by kind of running down the path to getting into PT school. I thought I'd go ahead and start off somewhere simple, the basics, just so everyone's on the same page. So let's get right into things. So first I want to talk about the milestones and checkpoints that you're going to have to be reaching during your time in undergrad, just so you're staying on track. And at the same time, you don't become overwhelmed with like, oh, am I doing enough or am I not? Or am I doing way too much? I want you to take a deep breath. You'll be fine. And I didn't know this going in, but I decided to be a biology major because I thought I had to be a science major to get into a PT school or something like that. But you can be any major you want. It can be helpful to be in a science major. Clemson, the school that I went to, we didn't have a kinesiology or exercise phys majors or anything like that. So I just stuck with biology. But if your school does offer that as one of the programs, definitely take that. That'll set you up for success going down the road. But yeah. So regardless of what major you choose, there's really only 10 courses, 10 prerequisites that you're gonna have to take in order to apply to PT schools. So that's your basic chemistries, biologies, some anatomy and phys. You take a couple of math classes. There's nothing that's ridiculously hard that you're not gonna be able to complete regardless of whatever major you're in. So don't let that scare you into a certain major. So secondly, our observation hours. Please do not stress about observation hours. Everyone has to get them, but some people think if they go above and beyond, it's gonna make them stand out more. It's cool to have that experience, but that experience is for you more than it is to show off to a program. Most programs are only gonna require about 100 to 150 hours of observation. So you can easily get that over 4 years. Try and get your observation hours in different settings and environments. It was kind of hard for me because while I was getting observation hours, COVID was at its peak. So I'd gotten a couple at a certain outpatient clinic the summer of my sophomore year, and then I didn't get any more until the summer of my junior year, and I basically spent the whole month of July in a PT clinic, and I got 100 hours there over the summer. So it's easily doable. If I can get 100 hours in 1 month, do not stress about, oh man, I need to go to a different clinic every week. Like, just try and pick places that are gonna be different, that are gonna give you more familiarity with the field, just so that you are comfortable with saying, yes, I think PT is the field for me. Gaining these observation hours are supposed to help you find your points of interest. Well, what areas do you find most appealing? Do you like the neuro, or do you like geriatric? Do you like pediatric? Do you like sports? There's so many different fields, so being able to get inside those different clinics and different environments is going to set you up way ahead of your counterparts if they've only done outpatient like I did, because I have no clue about neuro, I have no inpatient, so that's all going to be brand new to me, whereas some people might already have some experience and be a little bit more comfortable in those environments. But like I said, I would highly recommend getting your shadowing hours in over breaks. So it could be spring break, summer break, fall break, winter break. Like, there's plenty of time to where even if you don't go the whole time, if you went for a week or two, you could easily get 20 hours. And then they'll just stack up like that. The hardest part is gonna have to be reaching and contacting those people. So email them, go in person, show your face just so that they're familiar with you. And most people are not gonna reject you getting observation hours with them. So now, here's one of the bigger parts that you're gonna have to get, and that is the GRE. Well, it's not the biggest part, but it's another milestone that's kind of out of the way that you're gonna have to get done. So the GRE is basically the college version of ACT or SAT. I would recommend to use the app Magoosh. It's free, and then it goes through all the different math, all the different verbal, and even gives you tips on writing. So that helped me. I went through the Magoosh study materials for about 1 month, and I did perfectly fine for what I needed for my program. The minimum requirement is 300, and I took the Magoosh practice and everything. I did the practice test that they allow, and I got a 307, and then I went ahead and took it, and I scored a 308 on my actual exam. So I feel like that's pretty good results for 1 month. After you get the GRE out the way, the hardest part, or the most time-consuming part, is going to be completing your PT-CAS application. There are plenty of YouTube videos out there already that discuss PT-CAS and how to go about completing your application. Go look at those videos. So it opens up every year in June or July. And then depending on the program, they'll close either in August, November, December, October. It just depends. Most of the programs that I applied to closed by October or November. I would also recommend applying to multiple schools. So I applied to 4 schools. I know some people who have applied to 8. I think that's excessive. Or if you're just set on getting to a certain school, I still feel like that's risky. So I would say 3 to 5 is probably a solid number of schools to apply to. Part of your PTCAS application is going to be your letters of rec. So you're going to have to reach out to different professors, PTs as well that you shadowed, and possibly just like mentors as well. You're also going to have to log all of your shadowing hours in there. You're going to list all your general information about yourself. You're going to list all the courses that you've completed. They're giving your transcript. You can pay for them to do all that for you. I don't think it was hard enough or that difficult to where I would need to pay someone to do it. It's just it takes a little bit of time. Then you're also going to have to write your general essay, which is just your main one that every school is going to see. And then you're going to need to complete the individual school essays as well. I had some schools that I applied to that didn't even require essays, and they went based off only interviews. Which leads me to the last point is, then you're going to have to complete your interviews with your schools that you applied to, if they give you the chance. And after that, you're done. That was the hardest part for me. Once you reach that point, everything is out of your hands. You have no more control over what's going to happen. That caused me a lot of anxiety. Having to sit there and wait on other people to let me know if I did good or not was it made me super anxious. I did not enjoy that at all. So just being able to understand that you did what you could do and it's up to them at that point, that's about all you can do. Sitting there and stressing and being anxious about everything is just going to make it worse. And it's going to make it feel like a whole lot longer than if you would just go about finishing up your undergrad or just doing whatever stage of life you're in. I was overthinking so much about the future and everything, and oh my gosh, what's going to happen, that I ended up breaking up with my girlfriend for like 2 weeks because I was not mentally in the right place at all. And I wasn't even communicating with her or my family. I was stressing way too hard. Don't be like me. Patience. That's really all there is to it. You're gonna have your classes, you're gonna have the GRE, your PTCAS application, and your interviews. And after that, it's up to the schools. All of you are able to complete those tasks, without a doubt. I hope you enjoyed this shorter video. I'm gonna be doing another video soon. It's gonna be talking about my personal acceptance into my program and just a wild story that goes along with that. So I hope y'all like this one, and I'll catch you in the next one.